Welcome to this new video from the ASART 3D website. We will see how to use the build modifier to make the faces of an object appear over time. You are watching a training video. Other types of videos are available on my site. The build modifier lets you perform a dissolving effect on a 3D object, as does the dissolve transition effect in PowerPoint between two slides. The build modifier is easy to use and understand. Let's take a look at its configuration options. The Start Frame field is used to define the frame on which the animation will start. The Length field determines the number of frames necessary to make all the faces appear. The shorter the number of frames, the more faces will appear in each frame. The Reverse option determines whether the faces should gradually appear or disappear. The Randomize option tells the modifier that the faces appear randomly. The Seed field allows you to determine a different random order than the basic one. Let's start by seeing how to use the build modifier with a plane. We will now add a plane, subdivide it and add a material to it. The subdivision of the plane is essential so that the build modifier can determine which faces to show. Once done, we just add the build modifier and test its options. Start by adding a plane and rotate 90 degrees on the x-axis. Now set its size according to the image you want to insert. Go to the shading editor and add a new material. Replace the shader with an emission shader. Add an image texture node and link it to the emission shader. Insert the image or movie you want. Select your plane and go to Edit mode. Subdivide the plane several times. Now add a subdivision edit and further subdivide your plane. You can now add a build edit and directly launch the animation with the space key to see the result. By selecting the reverse option, the effect is now performed in the other direction. By selecting the Randomize option, the faces now disappear randomly. We will now see how to use the build modifier with a complex object composed of several meshes. Let's start by importing a complex object. As you can see, this is a single object made up of several meshes. Let's add a build modifier to that object and directly run the animation to see what happens. We will now see how to recreate the intro scene. This scene is made up of a plane representing the ground, any object, here a car, a plane with a movie texture, a plane serving as a background, a front camera, and a sunlight. Let's assume you've recreated the scene and now add a build modifier directly to the car. Limit the appearance length of faces to shorten the overall animation time. Now add a build modifier to the plane and start the animation at frame 76. Set the length to 80 frames. Reduce the overall animation time and start the animation with the space key. Now let's see the final rendering and enjoy it. Thanks you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.